Alright, so what's up you guys? It's been a long time since I've posted a video. Basically I'm just going to recap my summer. It's been one awesome summer. Filled with a lot of things that I could go on for days talking about. But I'm just going to fill it in maybe about a few minutes. I'm filming it from my laptop, so it's a little shaky, or the quality may be worse. But this summer, after preaching my sermon, I did not get to preach again someplace else. Not because they didn't want me to, it was because there were a lot of things I had to attend to. I went this summer for a mission trip to Nicaragua, which was Ultimate Workout 22. If you had seen it on my guitar case, the first time the video started, it's like right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's Nicaragua. I don't know if you can see it. And then there's the company. Oh no. There's the company Maranatha. So what we did on the mission trip was I and maybe 130, maybe 140, I'm not sure, but maybe 140 of us, we went down to Nicaragua to build churches. There were 4 sites: Francia de Serpi, Ciuna, Francia de Serpi, Ciuna, Rosita, and Puerto Cabezas. Those were all towns of which we were going to stay for the next 2 weeks. It proved to be a very challenging experience, but at the same time, God just showed up and He revealed His love and mercy towards us. So it taught us the values of a lot of things that we have here, a lot of things that we take for granted here, but more importantly, it brought us closer to God, and it just showed us how even in the little things He can show Himself and give Himself glory. Well, I wish I had brought my guitar. I didn't get to bring it. I don't know if you could read that, but it says, I just wrote on it, it's like my logo. It says, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. That's just something that I put on the guitar just to give some people something to read when they're looking at it. I'm not sure if it's even in tune. But to go on more about the mission trip is, my site was Rosita. We went, it took a 22-hour bus ride. It took a 22-hour bus ride just to get there, which was very challenging. 22 hours, not 2 hours. So the next time you want to complain about a bus ride, don't come to me with that. It was very challenging. So it was a 22-hour bus ride, and going to and coming from, and that's because it was on a rocky and dirt road. There were many different challenges. The bus got stuck only once, but it was really not at a good time. So apart from that, apart from the bus getting stuck, and apart from a lot of other challenges that came with living in a different environment, in a different settlement, the people on my site and I, we all grew to come to know each other as like a family, and we began to bond better. I wouldn't dare talk about the food. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on. Here's a bee. Alright, so I had to move inside. This isn't usually my regular spot, but I'll have to do for now. So where was I? Yeah, our site, Rosita, we had the longest bus ride in UW history, which was very kind of exciting for us, but at the same time very monotonous and boring, tedious. But we all managed through it. I wish I had taken my guitar with me, but I wasn't able to. Trying to think. We had went there and we had built 4 one-day churches. They are like a gazebo with steel stilts. So basically, we did all the framework, we made the blueprints come alive. If the locals wanted to add on to the church, they could do that. But when I learned when I got there that we don't build in actual stuff, because whatever the locals ask for, Maranatha can supply, but all the locals have to supply is just property and a place for us to stay. So that is basically all we need, and then Maranatha will call us up and send us down there. Now it's just a program that's for 2 weeks, in mid-July. It's only for high school kids. I mean, some people that are older have went and have gone, but it's a very good way to just get out there and just start doing work for God. I mean, you don't have to go to another country to do work for God, but it's just sometimes you get the pleasure of knowing that it's not what you did there, and what you see is what you should be happy about. What you should be happy about is what that's going to turn into, what that's going to mature into when you come back 2, 3, or 4 or 5 years later in the future. And that's what has ultimately just made me feel a lot more happier about the experience that we did. Now, we had people on construction, people in VBS, Vacation Bible School, and outreach. There were a few prayer walks. We walked and talked with the locals. Not everyone on our site knew Spanish, but I knew some. I could say some things and I could translate some things, but I wasn't a fluent speaker. And we had church with them. We fellowshiped with them. The first night we had, I believe it was AYS, or no, not AYS. We had a social, and during the social there was music, and after the Sabbath was over, we had music, and we had a beach ball, like a huge one, and we were all just playing around with it, and just and the kids were so excited. When we got there, they all looked like they had their joy taken away from them. They were all quiet. They just didn't look too happy at people. And to know that we come there and all we have to do is bring one ball, and bring one ball just for the children that they can play with, that they can play football, which is what we call soccer. Just to bring one football, it just brings a lot of joy to their faces, and I just couldn't imagine. I knew that God was in that place with us, and that God was with the people, because there are a lot of things that could have happened but didn't happen to us. And I just thank God for that.